Alright guys, I've had a ton of requests on how to mod State of Decay for the PC. The first thing you're going to need is a copy of the game for Windows 10. If you don't have Windows 10, you can't do this. If you're on console, you can't do this. So you must have it on Windows 10. First off, we have a lot of programs to go through. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as possible. But the first thing you want to do after you've downloaded the game is you want to find this folder right here. This is the directory, but I will show you how to find it. You want to go to your search bar, type in %appdata%. Click on the folder. You want to back out. It's going to take you to the roaming folder, back to the app data. Go to local, scroll down to packages, scroll down to Microsoft Dayton, right here. Your numbers might be a little different than mine, but you're still looking for this folder. And once you're in here, right here's your system app data. All you want to do is right click, hit create shortcut, and then drag that to your desktop. That's what I've done already. So now you have your actual folder. Inside here is the WGS folder. You click on that. These big random generated numbers are your communities, or these are your profiles that are signed in. So this is actually the profile that I gave away in one of my other videos, and then this is my communities. And the T folder has nothing in it. Don't even worry about it. So you should only have one of these unless you have multiple profiles on your PC. So you just click into this, click into the next randomly generated, and then you will see all of your communities here. These here with the 1 kilobyte, this is your tutorial world. I'm not entirely sure what container is, but we're not going to use this. And then these are my 3 communities. The one that has the largest file size is the one that you are probably playing on. So that's the one you're probably going to want to use, so keep that in mind. So that is how you find the system app data folder. The next thing you need to do is go download all of these programs. The mod tool is right here. The cheat engine, you'll click on this button right here. This is the, what is this? This is the cheat engine table by J-Dimensional. You want to scroll all the way down to right here and click this to get that one. If you're going to be doing this freehand and without a tool, then you're going to want some sort of hex editor. The hex editor can still do things that the tools can't, but I'm not going to go over everything a hex editor can do in this video because that will take entirely too long. But you just want to scroll down and download the version that you are on. And I personally use Hex Workshop, so I'm going to include a download link for this too. But if I do make a video on hex editing, it's going to be with this, because HXD is simpler and easier for new people to understand. But all of these download links will be in the description. So we will just close that out. And before we get started, I have permissions right here. I asked for permission, and Josh gave it to me. Josh made the mod tool. And J-Dimensional, I asked him for permission right here. And he made the script for cheat engine. So here are my permissions I've been granted for both programs. We'll go ahead and close that. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is, let's see, we're not going to use that yet. So the first thing you can do is the mod tool. I guess we'll go over this one first. You just download it, extract it. You'll need WinRAR. I guess I'll include a download link for that as well. But you just open it like normal, and it'll bring this menu up. You click select file, and it will automatically detect your directory. This actually took me to the modded giveaway account, so I have to back out, but it should take you directly to your communities. And like I said, the one with the largest file size is most likely your primary community, whichever one you played on the most, but you may have to click through each of these to find the one you're playing on. So I'm going to click on this one because I know this is mine. Ignore my name. We're just gonna, I'll use that as an example here in a minute. So you can edit your community name. So we'll just name it Test Community. This, you have to have actual resources. So if you don't have any ammo, ammo's not going to show up here. But see, I have 25 of each. You can go in and edit this to 999 as you saw in one of my other videos, and just click set. Influence, I don't know if there's a cap on this, but we'll just do We'll do 2 sets of 999. Set the materials up, the medicine. The parts in this menu does not work. Don't try to use this. I don't know why he hasn't removed this yet, or it doesn't remove as far as I know. I guess we'll try it and see if it got fixed. But that's everything on the screen. You can tab over to survivors, and this is every survivor including enclaves in your community. And whenever you click on somebody, it'll tell you which enclave you're a part of. So you just want to scroll down until you find your enclave name or your community name. So these are all of my community members. So I guess we will just edit, we'll edit Colin. Okay, so this is what Colin looks like now. You can edit his name, but we're not going to edit his name for right now, just because I want to be able to show you the player model changing. But you can change his well, we'll change his nickname. Alright, now the player models. You can find player model lists online. I will try to find a link for it and post it in the description, but if I can't, you can probably just Google it. But there are all of these player models. We will change him. Let's see. What's something I can change him into that you guys will know? We'll just change him into a zombie hunter. Fuck it. They wear orange. So that's what he looks like now. Actually, you know what? Let's change him to a female. That way you can completely see his... We'll change him to an army female. You can change their voice. All of these are voices. If you click on one and then click on this, it will play a preview of the voice. Some of these don't work. He hasn't got all of the previews in yet, but most of them do work. You can choose his gender right here, which I changed him to a female, so I'm going to click female. Now this box, if it's a male, leave this checked. If it's a female, this needs to be unchecked. There's the pronouns, so I changed it to a female, so it's going to be she. You can choose your character's age. I'm not sure if this actually affects anything, but we'll leave it young. You can change his community standing, so he can go straight from recruit to hero or straight from a recruit to leader if you'd like, but he's already a leader in my community. The hero, you can change whatever hero bonus you want in here. Right now I've got back from the brink, but we will change it to... we'll change it to morale. Let's see. Radiation's the best one. You can change his leader type. Beware if you've already started your legacy and then you change your leader type, it will bug your quest out. So you can change this if you destroyed all of your leaders. And then down to the traits. This is where it's going to get tricky. So there are a few things in here you don't want to mess with. Do not change default. Do not change any of the descriptors. Don't change starter. And don't change any of these fillers. Anything else, well, I don't think you want to change this or the all leaders. You only want to change things that are actually on your player to begin with. So my character has a medicine career and he's compassionate. I'm not entirely sure what this is. He gets a morale bonus from a garden. And I've never tried changing this one, but you guys can play around with it and see what happens. But we'll change something. Let's see. So he's a small animal vet. We're going to change this to health attribute. Everybody likes immortal. So we'll make him immortal. And then just click save. And then compassionate. We'll change compassionate to... what was the best stamina? I guess we'll do indefatigable. Either way, you can change this as many times as you want. Just don't, like I said, don't change the ones I told you not to change. Then as for the skills, same thing. Do not change the base skills. So cardio, wits, fighting, shooting. Do not change these 4 skills. If you haven't specialized yet, you won't be able to see the specializations. So you'll actually have to max out cardio and then go in-game and specialize it first. And then you'll be able to see the specialization. And you can change these specializations to whatever you want, just like before. So like, let's say I don't want backpacking and I want marathon. you would click save. Or instead of striking, let's say I like blade weapons, you can change it to swordplay. And then this is his 5th skill. He is my doctor, but let's say, I don't know what to change it to. Let's say I want him to be a driver. Now the thing about the quirks is you don't want to make these level 7. They need to be level 1. Actually, I have a specialization. That's not a good example. Let's say I want to make him a mechanic. So you can change mechanics, and you can go in and change this to one of the mechanic specializations. So let's say I want an auto shop. Okay, so we've done that. Do not mess with these. Unless you fully understand what these are for, don't mess with these. I've screwed up my save a few times. Alright, so inventory. I have not played around with the inventory and vehicles and things that much because I use a hex editor to do this. I find it much easier than scrolling through this massive list. But basically you can, if there's anything in your inventory that is item or weapons, you can scroll down this list and find it. So let's say I want to change a melee weapon. Let's say I want to change a metal bat. You click on metal bat, you click over on the right side, and you find what you want to change it to. So you'll scroll all the way down to weapons. I think I passed them. There they are. Okay, so let's say we want to change the metal bat to a bell club. I don't think I have a bell club on this save. So you'll just hit save item. Now the only downside to this is it's now, if you do this, it's going to change every metal baseball bat you have in your inventory into a bell club. You can't just change one item. Now stat count, I would not advise using the mod tool for this because there's no way of telling exactly what items these are. I'll show you a better way of doing this with these scripts later. But you can go in and change these stacks to 999 and then hit set, and it will edit it to 999. I'm not sure what I just edited, but we'll find out later, I guess. Alright, vehicles. Same thing as the weapons. If you change one of these vehicles, it will change every single one of the vehicles in your lobby that matches that particular directory to whatever you change it to. So let's say coupe basic. I believe this is the little Mazda looking thing. So let's say I want to change this to I don't know what to change it to. Where's one of the pre-order things? Here's a pre-order cargo van. So let's do that. So now that's going to replace every single one of my little Mazdas with a cargo van. Pretty self-explanatory. Facilities are the exact same thing. These are all the facilities in your world. Be careful editing these because you could edit the ones at the bases that you don't own. But same exact thing. You click it, you find what you want to replace it to, click save. And now for world, you can set the time of day here. This is on a 24-hour clock. So let's say I wanted it to be nighttime. I would just do, I think, like 1800. Maybe not. That's like 6 o'clock. What about there? And then you can reveal all maps. This will reveal every icon on your map. And that is the mod tool. Once you're done, you click save. Oh, wait a minute. I completely forgot something. Once you're done editing your character, okay, he still got it. Make sure you click Save Survivor. I almost forgot to do that. Make sure you click this button. But once you're done editing, you click Save. It's going to bring up the directory again, and you just save over the save you just opened. It's going to say you could make a backup because the original directory, it's in a shortcut folder. Just ignore that. and you just wait on it to save. I've got a fairly large file size, so mine takes a while. If you have a smaller file size, then it won't matter. And then you can just close this and load up your game and everything will be changed. One thing I would like to add, I should have mentioned this at the beginning, you want to make a backup of this folder here. I mean, you can make a backup of your individual community if you want to. I just make an entire backup of the WGS folder. Here's my backup right here. In case you screw something up, because then all you have to do is hit this and drag it in, or copy it in, and it will overwrite it and you'll have your old save back. Sorry if my voice sounds a little scratchy. I believe I'm sick. It's never a good thing. Either way, there's the mod tool. Let's open up State of Decay and we'll show you what's changed. Yes, I play in windowed mode. I will show you why in just a moment. I don't know why this comes up. My CPU is not clocking at 2.9, it's clocking at like 4.7. See, the name of the community has changed from the Big Dick Bandits to WRG's test community. Okay, so once you've loaded in, I'm going to go over here, and I don't think Colin saved actually. Okay, well his swordplay and marathon changed, but I don't think I saved his player model. Or maybe I didn't change his player model. Actually, some of it, well, oh no, I didn't change the leader trait. So right here you can see I added mortal or immortal and indefatigable. I changed this to marathon and I changed this to swordplay. I believe I forgot to hit save after I changed the player model. But I mean, as you can see, I've got Sasquatch right here. Oh yeah, and the voice pack. That's not the voice pack. There we go. Okay, and also as you can see, all of my resources are 999. The parts did not update. In order to make unlimited parts, you would actually have to use the cheat menu for that. But that wraps up the mod tool. So now we are going to show you the cheat engine. So once you've installed the cheat engine, you download the CT script made by JDimensional, and then you can just click straight on the script. And it's going to look something like this. Yours might be in full view. I play in compact view just because I like it better. Now what you want to do is click on File. Really, Terminator? You click on File, Open Process. You click on Processes. Yours is probably going to be on Applications. Click on Processes. And what you're looking for is right here, State of Decay 2 UWP 64. Now if you're in full view mode, you can just simply click on this computer and then scroll up until you find, where's it at? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so you just open this. Now once you've opened that, it has injected it into your game. You click on State of Decay 2. If you'd like to see the notes, he's got all of the descriptions of what everything does right here. But you click on State of Decay 2, and then you have these different drop down menus. So player status, you have unlimited player health, which will give you okay, why is it's not a very good example whenever stuff doesn't want to work. Alright, you see how it went all the way up to 988 instead of what I'm supposed to have? So that will give you unlimited player health. It just constantly regens your health, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how that script works. So now the unlimited group health gives that unlimited health to your entire community, but I normally crash when I use this, so I try to avoid it. I don't care, Terminator, Jesus. So unlimited stamina is whenever you can sprint, you can swing your weapon and dodge roll, never run out of stamina, constantly regens. Unlimited throwables. I don't think I have any throwables. So let's just find, here we go, roll of firecrackers. So you can just throw firecrackers infinitely. That is actually very loud. That is very loud. I've never thrown that many firecrackers before. Okay, so unlimited weapon durability, we'll show all of these off at once. So unlimited weapon durability, no reload, no spread, no recoil, no sway. This allows you to fire, and your gun does not recoil or sway, doesn't lose durability, and your ammo never goes down. Pretty self-explanatory. Unlimited weight literally makes it to where you have zero traveling weight, period. Doesn't matter what you're carrying in your inventory. No fatigue makes it to where your character will not get fatigued. Instant radio cooldowns means that you can literally call as many radio call-ins as you would like. Normally these would take 30 minutes to get there, but I just called 2 traders back to back. And I just threw more firecrackers. Instant max level. I don't have a character that needs to be leveled up, but if you were to turn this on, and say your character needed to level up shooting, the moment you fired your gun, oh, this is shooting. The moment you fired your gun and killed a zombie, it will max out your shooting. And then you can specialize it, fire one more zombie, and it'll max out whatever you specialized. Unlimited engine health and fuel, self-explanatory. This only works if you are the host of the lobby. It does not work in other people's lobbies. Same for the radio, because you can't level up, or you can't use radios in other people's lobbies. So those are those scripts. People's lobbies. It causes me to freeze. So now in the world now post options, we have easy crafting, instant creation and upgrades, unlimited enclave influence, unlimited resource and influence. And whenever you do this, it'll let you set however much influence you want. You can freeze the mission time, which makes it to where if you were to have a mission that was on a timer, say the ammo trader. Okay, that's supposed to be frozen. Oh, I didn't do it. See, the timer does not go down, so you say a mysterious trader pops up and you need extra time to go talk to him, you'll have as much time as you need. Time of day, you can set it whatever time you want. Say I want noon. If you have it on noon, it will always be noon for you. And I believe, oh, the unlimited resource makes it to where you will always have 25 of everything. So if you mod it to be 999, I would advise against using this. Alright, so easy crafting, instant upgrades. Well, we'll show you the enclave first. If you turn the unlimited enclave on, they will just have all 9s. Pretty useless at this point because you can just mod in your influence, but script is still there. Now for the unlimited upgrades, literally you come over here, craft medical items. Let's say I want to make bulk plague cure. It crafts instantaneously instead of having to take, well, that's actually 1 second. Let me do something that doesn't take 1 second. Okay, all of these take 1 second. Does anything not take 1 second? Or maybe that's the mod making it say 1 second. Okay, see this one says 5 minutes. You click on it and you instantly get the parts. You don't have to wait the 5 minutes. That is what that script does. The easy crafting makes it to where you don't use resources. Instant upgrades is where, or instant creation is what I just did, and you can also build a structure in your base. So say I were to destroy the trade depot, it didn't take time to destroy it, and then I could go right back down here again, build another trade depot, and it instantly pops up. No waiting times. Alright, so this is where it's going to get a little tricky. I don't fully understand the script. I'm not even going to try to explain it. I don't use this. The inventory management. This is how you make 999 stacks of items. This is how you duplicate in your inventory. So we'll explain the 999s first. You walk over, you find something that you want 999 of, so say bulk plague cures and bags of snacks. You would activate this script, open your inventory, everything's 999. Stop the script. And it stays. In order to duplicate something, let's say I wanted to duplicate this firewall. Oh god. Alright, so let's say you want to duplicate the firewall. I would advise not duping this over a slot that is stackable. So say don't use jugs of ethanol because they stack up to 99. I personally use vehicle upgrade kits. So what you would want to do is come in here, the slots 1 through 12. Your first slot is going to be the bottom left. It goes in the order that the item goes into your inventory. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So you would just double click right here in the value, Control C to copy, double click on slot 2, hit OK, and you now have 2 firewalls. It is as simple as that. Same thing for the equipment. I probably wouldn't do this one. I freeze every time I try to duplicate right out of my hand. This is your melee weapon, this is your gun, that's a rucksack if you have one, and these are backpacks. You can do this with rucksacks. Sometimes I freeze out when I do these, but we'll try it anyway. So let's say I use medical supplies to build that trade depot. So we'll come over here, copy this over this slot and this slot. And now I have 2 rucksacks in my inventory. And I can just run back over here, turn this in, turn that in, and turn that in. So the rucksacks actually work. You can do that for your friends, give them unlimited resources. And that is the held inventory menu. And now for the Lewis script hotkeys, these are teleports. So one of them, if you hit numpad subtract, it'll teleport to your waypoint. If you hit numpad add, it will teleport up. So teleporting up is just like this. You'll teleport straight up. And if you open up your map and say, let's say I wanted to go to this enclave, place a waypoint on it, hit numpad subtract, and you're here. It's as easy as that. Say I want to go back to base, numpad subtract. Now you can do this in multiplayer lobbies, but I would advise against it. I've frozen a few of my friends' consoles and made them have to restart, so I don't teleport with my friends in the cars anymore. But that is the cheat engine and everything it has to offer. So we'll just close all of this. Okay, so cheat engine and mod tool are taken care of. Now I'll show you a quick tutorial on HXD, but I'm not going to get in depth with this because this can get complicated. So HXD is basically a hex editor. The game saves things in, or it saves your game in hex values. So basically what you want to do is open up your community, drag your community file over into HXD, and this is what your hex editor is going to look like. So over here on the right are the actual string names, and then this is the hex. So say you wanted to change, what's a good example? Let's say you want to find one of your survivors, so you'd have to type in their name. So I know my name is Colin. So right here is Colin's character data. Let's say you wanted to edit a gun, so we could type in like M4A1. This is the sighted M4A1. Another sighted, oh wait, that's the same thing. This is the regular M4A1. This is the ACOG drum suppressor, so I believe this is the M4X1 DMR. This is the sight Betamax brake. This is the M4X2. And this is, I'm honestly not sure what this is. I think this is the operator's M4. Either way. So now let's say you wanted to change this gun to something else that you don't have. So you would copy from this slash right before game items all the way down to the _C. And now I've got these directory dumps that I've been collecting, so we'll go into the weapons folder, and let's say we replace it with, what does everybody like? What was my character holding? I was holding an M4X2, right? Alright, so this will replace my M4X2. So let's replace the M4X2 with, say, a Mac 10. Nice and easy. So you just want to copy that string, paste it over this. Now you want to take from this slash to the dot after the C. Look down here for the length. So it says 28. So before the slash, you want to go to the right 4 times, or left 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. This L is the byte length. So it says 4C. This is 28. So you just change this to a 28 and save. You've just replaced that M4 with a Mac 10. You can do the same things with backpacks. I actually don't have any medium backpacks. So all of these are my backpack items. Same rule applies. Slash game to the _C. And you would replace it with one of the backpack strings. So let's say I wanted to replace this with a medium pack 21. Screw it. I don't know what this is. So you would paste it over it. Again, drag it to the dot after the C. Length is 40. So click right here. Left 1, 2, 3, 4. Change this to 20. Oh, rip. I definitely did that in the wrong spot. Click over here. 20. And I always double check them. That's not supposed to be 20, it's supposed to be 40. That is why I always double check. Make sure that your length matches right here. So then you just save again. And then you can close this. Load your game back up. I've got a script in my game INI that skips all of the loading intros and cinematics. Helps me get into the game just a little bit faster. Okay, so you guys remember I had an M4X2, now I have a Mac 10. Now I had no medium backpacks in my locker before I did this. So we're going to scroll through here and see if we find a medium. There it is, a standard backpack, a medium-sized backpack, not too heavy, but with limited space. So I replaced that hiking bag with this little medium bag. And you can do that backwards too, so replace your mediums with hiking bags. And that is also how you can get the plane, since everybody loves the plane. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the vehicles out. I replaced the vehicle with one of the pre-order vans. Everywhere you see this purple van used to be a non-upgraded version of this car. But that's what I mean by it replaces all instances of that vehicle. So all three of these used to be that little car, and now they're vans. But that's pretty much going to sum up the video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I will try my best to answer them. There we go. Thank you guys. Take it easy.